Hello guys and welcome to the video. So today we are on the 3-star count. It's been a while since we've been on this account, and there's a bit I wanted to talk about. So last night, just the context of how I even got onto this account, my main account that I was farming on, I ran out of energy and I didn't want to really crystal it. I kind of wanted to see, I don't know why, I decided to take advantage of the free rune removal, and I came over to my 3-star count, stripped the runes off of everybody, and just kind of start building it from the ground up again. And I just want to take a look around the account. So this is 229 days in. Obviously I wasn't on for a lot of those days, but here are the teams. I've done Abyss Hard last night, which we'll take a look at. Spiritual Realm I haven't even visited. Dragon's Lair haven't visited in a while. Necropolis, Steel Fortress, Punishers, all things that I haven't visited. These are my beast teams. It's just kind of showing everything, right? But right now we're in the middle of a Rift run. But let's talk a little bit about the content for this account. So for those of you who don't know or haven't even looked back in my channel, earlier back in the day we decided to start this 3-star count, and the rules for this 3-star count were obviously only 3 stars, but not only that, no how would you say, LDs. So Fraun, Crow, Lauren, those were taken out completely because I wanted to actually make it a challenge. Because I could say, hey, yeah guys, 3 stars only, but I could still use generic 3-star teams like Fraun, Lauren, Crow, and that would be way too easy. So I decided to ban those off the account, and it did prove a challenge, and a lot of the people seem to like those videos back in the day. I mean, not as much as you guys are killing it with the Beginner's Adventure series at the moment, but people seem to have liked them. But I stopped making content randomly out of nowhere on this account, and the reason being was I just got overwhelmed with this content, with 3-star content. I mean, think about what goes into a what goes into a 3-star account video, right? In a 3-star account video, whatever, it's just I'm building a 3-star, right? It's and 3 stars aren't exactly hard to obtain, but when you're trying to beat certain areas of the game, there are certain strategies that everyone uses, and a lot of those strategies tend to include 4 or 5 stars. So when you're taking out, or LDs, so it's when you're trying to make a team for that content, it's no one really has the same team as you. No one has, people are using units that you're not using, so you're trying to find replacements. So for example, one of the teams that I wanted to build back in the day, or find a replacement for this account, was the Tricaru team, right? Find a way to replace Tricaru in some sort of a broken down Walmart version way, because I don't have Verd. Well, obviously I was suggesting Lulu and friends, I was suggesting other units to see if they would work or not, but it's hard, right? Because it's you got to find a 3-star that actually works the same way that other units would. So it's on the first episode, you see we run into this problem almost immediately, where we use Shylock as a replacement for Lauren, because Shylock, if we could find her, has a strip on skill 1, and then she has attack bar reduction on all skills. So it's it's not exactly Lauren, but it's almost like Lauren. So it should help with the Giants boss. Well, I ended up dropping her really quickly. So it was it's an experience. It's fun. We make mistakes, and people again seem to like the videos. But it's it's hard to find. It's hard to cook up monsters 6-starring monsters, especially back in the day before the update with the whole fodder farming thing. Almost every other day, trying to 6-star unit, farm runes, get good runes on them, and all that stuff. It's overwhelming for sure. But I just eventually dropped this account. I don't know why, but I just eventually dropped it. So yeah, by the way, I left the guild. They didn't kick me out. I left it. My guild was inactive as fuck. But I just stopped farming on this account. I got overwhelmed with it. So much work was getting put into the videos, and like hours of farming a day for potentially failure. And like one of the biggest failures on this account that we even had was with the 2 Hemoses here, which they were supposed, like, I was trying to build like a dot team made out of only 3 stars, so no Melias, and like Hemoses have dots on their 2nd skill but not on their 3rd skill. So I was seeing if they would work, and they didn't, which was disappointing because they took a lot of work. I mean, 2 Reapers fully skilled up, fully 2A'd with good runes. It's just like that was 2 weeks of farming and it didn't work, which, I got to learn the hard way about skill priority. And then even after that video, I was like, there's got to be a way we can make a dot team. So I was looking, like you'll see here, I built this guy to see if he would work because he has dots. He's almost the same as the Fire Elven Ranger. I was building her to see if she would work. But of course, the update happened, and even if I would have gotten it done, it would have completely made it all for nothing anyways. So, yeah. So I came back onto this account last night and just stripped every one of their runes. Every single unit. Put everyone away. First built in a Giants Abyss team. I built a Giants Abyss team, and then I kind of went into Rift Beast and tried to see what teams I could build for them, and so on and so forth. So, yeah, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a look at a couple units. We'll take a look at an Abyss run, and then from there, might even do a little bit of stuff for Spiritual Realm. Take a look at that. So let's hop into the Abyss. Or to the Monsters collection box thingy. Take a look at a couple units. First off is Lulu. We're going to take a look at 3 tanky units and 3 damage dealing units. So Lulu and Friends is the first unit, obviously. I tried to aim for, and this is like for new players, it's like later on try to aim for some defense on your units so you could use them everywhere. Because while in Giants, defense is a big problem, because you can get defense broken, so it's like having tons of defense doesn't really help too much. Everywhere else in the game, having tons of defense helps. Being able to mitigate incoming damage and block a lot of it with high defense is super duper helpful. So here are the runes on him. I tried to aim for very specific substats. Like I tell you guys, it's like when I tell you guys, like I'm a perfectionist, right? When it comes to some units, it's just like you guys might not believe me, because especially how some of my other accounts look. But when you give me time to actually farm them, it's like I revisit units, so I rune them, and then I don't have to revisit them again. And like, look at that. And it's like it's not even like grinded too much. It feels grinded way more. I could have the speed, resistance higher, HP higher, so much higher. And this rune is not even upgraded all the way. I can't upgrade it all the way right now, but it's like it's not even upgraded all the way. So he'd have almost over 1,400 total defense. He has 35,052 total HP. Good resistance if you look down here. It's just like he looks good. Here's my Bernard. He has good HP, really good defense, pretty decent speed. Here's my Vigor. Here's my Megan. Let's take a look at Ramahan. He's not exactly super crazy, but he works. So tons of crit rate, crit damage, defense, where I can get it. We'll take a look at Nangrim. Nangrim isn't too crazy. Aline. 2k attack, 181% crit damage. Not bad at all. But yeah, I mean, I really just burnt out with this account. I just couldn't keep playing. I don't know why. I stopped playing Summoner's War for like a month. because this is like I burnt out of the game. Like I didn't want to play it, but I still like creating content on the game. So I came back and I just stopped playing on this account, which sucks because there's so much potential for content on this account, but I just got tired of it. Let's take a look at an Abyss run. Abyss Heart. This is the team I use. This is, for me, the most safe team that I've had. I had Royd in here, but there's no need for Royd because I have like 2 different defense breaks. I have Bernard and I have Ramahan, which is the Wind Unigami on screen. And the thing about this team, it's a little bit safer than most teams probably, because Ramahan also has a strip on his second skill that also can do damage, so that's pretty nice. And you see he can dish out a good amount of damage. But what I'm gonna do with this account, because I really don't want to like just stop playing it in total or in general, because it's a really good account. I've done a lot on this account. Is I might release content like once or twice a week on this account, just random content, and see how that goes. If you guys actually want to see it, and maybe try to get back into trying to beat giants, or not giants, but dragons, Abyss, Spiritual Realm. Which Spiritual Realm I might try to visit in one of the next coming videos. But I at the moment, I have no plans on this account at the moment. Like, I don't know what I'm going to do. So it's all a mystery. It's a blank slate. I'm a little disappointed that I didn't stick through with it, because we were doing pretty good. Like, we were on our way to beating dragons, but it just never did. So eventually we will have to do that again. Try it. But it's just like so much work goes into it, right? I mean, 6-starring units, fully ruining them up, skilling them up, which skilling them up isn't the hardest part, but getting them to, to actually work. And then when you finally do all that and you throw them on the team and it doesn't work, like how the Hemoses were, it's like the most discouraging thing in the world. It's like, God, I put in, like for the Hemoses specifically, I put in 2 weeks of work straight, and it didn't work at all because of skill priority. So you could burn out really quickly with something like this. So I don't know if you guys would be interested in that. I'm very curious to what your thoughts would be. Well, I want to try building a 3-star only team for Spiritual Realm, but we would have to see how that works. Everyone can take it. I mean, we still have good defense. Everyone's a wind unit. Yeah. Not exactly the fastest team, but my teams were never really that fast. It's still a 3-star count. But yeah, so who knows? You might see content later on. Like, you see here, it's like I was working on every single unit. Every unit was getting skill up, so who knows? Over the course of the next few weeks, you might see content on like the Frankensteins, or even the Living Armors. Who knows? So yeah, for right now, that's gonna be it, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.